Welcome back on Electrical Engineering 3. So today video will be focused on delta calculation, and we have explained already how to do our calculation when it comes to delta, our power calculation, and therefore today we're just going to be focused on how to deal with them with any type of configuration. And when we mean by a type of configuration, we are saying a supplier and a load. So in this case, our load is a delta. So as you can see, in the case where our load is a delta, which we have already explained how to deal with a delta load. And now what is going to change is going to be our supplier. So, and our supplier doesn't have much effect to it, but we just gonna have a look on the type of configuration we can have. So when we mean by delta star, it means our supplier is a star, and therefore our delta will be our load. And to deal with a load, already you know how to deal. So let's go on and see what type of calculation we are going to do. We are not going to explain much about the phasor diagram because already you have an idea on how to do it. If you still have struggle, you can just go back and watch our previous video to practice. So therefore, we're gonna have a look on example 1, and then we're gonna have a look as well on some exercises. And then when you look at example 1, 2.1, it says in a three-phase star delta system, the load impedance is given, and then it states that this impedance here is our ZA, AB, you have your ZBC, and then as well as your ZCA. Okay, then you can see that the given voltage was the VA as a reference, and this VA is a phase voltage. So we were given a phase voltage, but we know that with a delta load we need a line voltage. So what happened? We know that the relationship between a line and a phase is √3 of that given phase. So we're gonna change the magnitude of that phase to a line, which is going to be √3 times 240. So that's basically the idea. And therefore, once you notice that given voltage is a phase voltage, we need to pick up another important information, which sequence it is. But you can see here it says negative phase sequence, and therefore you are going to draw a negative phase sequence using your VA as the reference. And to draw the phase sequence, we have already explained it in our previous video. After you draw your phase sequence, now you can start with calculation, because the question was for you to calculate draw the phase sequence diagram and of the line, and as well the phase current. So first of all, we need to calculate the line current, and what we mean by the line current, we are meaning the current that is coming from the supplier, which is our EA, EB, AIB, and as well IC. But in order for us to calculate those currents, what did we say? When it comes to a delta, we need to make sure that we calculate our IAB, IBC, and ICA. And we have explained already how to calculate it. Therefore, when you go down here, you will see that the calculation of IA is just Ohm's law once you have mastered your phase sequence. So you come here, you calculate your IAB, which is the unknown. But remember, we change this √3 times 240 because our given voltage was a phase voltage. You do the same for BC, you do the same for CA. After getting the three current, now you can go into your block diagram, which means you need to know how to draw the block diagram for a delta. And then you go on this junction, you apply your Kirchhoff current law, you go on that junction, you apply your Kirchhoff current law, you go on that junction, you apply your Kirchhoff current law. So those Kirchhoff current law in the three junction will help you to get the line current. So as you can see, if you look at the previous video, when we say how to deal with load, you're gonna get more clear view of it. And therefore, automatically here, after you apply your first Kirchhoff law on that junction A, you can see that this is gonna be the current, and then you're gonna get your current as this. In the second junction at B, you're gonna get this as the current IB. And then for C, so calculation are just straight forward and simple. So this is our first configuration. To draw your phase diagram is not difficult. You use just your Cartesian plane that I have explained in our second video of the subject. And then we're gonna have a look on the configuration delta delta. What we mean by delta delta, it means our supplier is a delta, and then our load will be a delta as well. So can you see that? So, but as we are more focused on the load, and we have explained already how to deal with our loads, but the first thing that we always do is to draw our phase sequence. Like in example 2.1, I didn't explain the purpose of that, but it's good for you to draw the phase sequence first before you start doing the calculation. And then as you can see, they say delta delta system, they give us our impedance and as well our load. They give us the supplier, which is VCA, and then they say is a positive phase sequence. But if you can see here, it's a minus 240, 440. If you punch your calculator minus 440, it's gonna give you 440 at the angle of 180. So you have deal already with this type of calculation. So it's gonna be 440 at the angle of 180. Okay. So once you have done that, now you can start drawing your phase sequence. You draw your phase sequence, knowing that it's a positive phase sequence. You can go and have a look on how to draw it. Okay. And then you start by applying your Ohm's law on each impedance to get the current IAB, IBC, and the current ICA. Okay, so what is really the purpose of you drawing your phase sequence? It's because when you look here, this is the voltage VAB, but the angle of the voltage EAB, you are going to get it where? From your phase sequence. And then when you look here, you can see that this is BC, and the angle from your current BC, you are going to get it where? On your angle BC. And then when you look here, this is your angle 180, and then your angle of VCA, you're gonna get it from your phasor diagram. So that's basically the purpose of that. And then once you get the three currents, you can apply your junction current law on each junction. Then you can get your current IAB, you can get your current IB, you can get your current IC, and on and on. So the idea, it's really clear, but the most important of all is just for you to draw your phase sequence. Okay, so we're gonna have a look on some example, so that some exercises as well, so that we can have an idea on how to deal with delta. Okay, so let's go and take some exercises, and then in our under our exercise, we're gonna have question 7, 10, and 11. Those are the one we are going to solve. So as you can see in question 7, they say a negative rotation, which means is a negative phase sequence. Our supply is minus 360. You know already what to do with it. And then they give us our impedance, but they say we must calculate the line current. So how do we solve it? We must calculate as well the load power factor, the total power factor of the circuit. So you go into your paper. The first thing, you start by drawing your delta load configuration. So this is our load configuration. The given voltage was minus 360, which say is going to be 360 at the angle of 180. The sequence, it's negative phase sequence. Already the reference is going to be EAB. Okay. So if our reference is EAB, now you know how to draw your phase sequence. You can draw it, and then you start by looking by your IAB. You look for your BC, you look for your CA. Okay, then you come on this junction 1, you apply your Kirchhoff current law to get this current, and therefore you're gonna get your line current A. You go on your junction 2, you apply your Kirchhoff, then you're gonna get your current B. You go on your junction C, you apply your Kirchhoff, you're gonna get your current C. Okay, but in your phase sequence, the only thing that you're going to get is the angle of the line current CA, so that when you come here, you substitute. You're gonna take for BC as well. When you come here, you substitute. You take for AB, therefore if you come here, you substitute as well. So that's basically the idea. And then once we have done, from our previous video, we have explained already how to do the calculation of our power of a delta load. Therefore you do the calculation for the first impedance AB, the impedance BC, the impedance CA, and that this will be our total complex power. Then you take the angle of the complex power, you substitute here to get your power factor. And then when it comes to draw the phase sequence, you know already how to use your Cartesian plane. Simple and straightforward. And then now we're gonna try to have a look on question 10, which already the memo is on the website, and as well question 11. Question 10 and 11. No, I think it's question 11. We're gonna have a look on question 11, and as well question 10. Let's look on question 10. Question 10, it says a star connected source with a negative phase sequence. That the good information you need to pick, and our load is a delta. Already you are dealing with what? A star, how do you say it? A star delta load, a star delta configuration that we have explained how to deal with it. But when you look here, you can see that the given voltage is a phase voltage, and then we need to change this one first to a RMS voltage. So basically our EB will be our reference. Okay, so let's have a look and see how we can solve this problem, because it's straightforward and simple. And then when you move here, you do your configuration, as we are more focused on the load. And then this given voltage, first of all, we change it to RMS voltage. And then we have explained already them in a previous video how to do it. You put your negative phase sequence, you take your reference, then you draw your phase sequence. Once you have drawn your phase sequence, then you come here, you say your IAB, you apply your Ohm's law. Okay, but remember the given voltage was a phase voltage, therefore we need to times it by square root of 3, square root of 3, square root of 3, and therefore the angle of the voltage EAB is going to be minus 170. You substitute. For BC, it's going to be, I think it's down here, it's going to be minus 50. For CA, it's going to be 65. You substitute there. And then once you have get the 3 current, now you can apply your junction Kirchhoff rule on this point. You're going to get your current IA on this junction. You're going to get your current B. On this junction, you're gonna get your current C. Okay, so that's basically what happened with the question 10. And then we were asked to calculate our power. Automatically you know how to calculate your power. Straightforward and simple. Ohm's law, complex power. And then when you look at question 11, now they give us a configuration of our impedance, which means our impedance A, B, and C. So we need to use some knowledge from electrical to calculate those impedance. okay? And then they give us a positive phase sequence and as well the voltage B as the reference, and then is a star delta connected, which means our load will be a delta. So you can see that it's just a repetition and everything is simple and straightforward. Okay, so let's have a look on those questions and see how we can solve them. When you come here, you can see that in the configuration as they give us in AB, we're given the 2 ampere this as the component of ZA. Therefore, you change your capacitor to capacitance so that you can calculate your ZAB. You do the same for all the branches. So that you can be able to calculate their total impedance first. So that now, after getting the total impedance for ZAB, ZBC, and as well ZCA, you can calculate their current. The current that is flowing in the impedance. After getting, then you apply your Kirchhoff junction rule here to get the current IA. You will apply it there to get the current IB. You apply it there to get the current C. Okay, so everything is simple, but I will require you to go back again to do some revision on your phase sequence if you still have some challenge, because calculation are simple and straightforward. Any question, please don't forget to ask in the group, and anytime I will assist you.